make sure everything is all right. We got a lot to be proud of. We got Mr. Tendonism representing for the black community. I couldn't be more prouder. And Michael B. Jordan is the best actor alive. Can you believe it? He beat out Leonardo DiCaprio. All of the A-listers in Hollywood had to bow down because Michael B. Jordan came in there, took the award, and they tried to disrespect him. And I'm starting to think that's the reason why they gave him the award. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people didn't like this in this movie. Just like a lot of people didn't like the Black Panther movie. Let's be real. If you've seen it one time, you've seen it one time. You ain't go back for seconds. You didn't do the Sinners movie like tortilla chips. You ate one, passed the bag, and that was that. You ain't give a damn who finished it. Michael B. Jordan hit with N-word during an award speech. Show asks for understanding. So ain't no understanding. There ain't no understanding about somebody yelling out racial slurs towards the man. So the night of the Oscars, people felt like they had some making up to do to Michael B. Jordan. People felt like he was done wrong in the past. How can they make this right for this young man? How can they make it right for everybody? The people at the award show showed their true colors when they disrespected him like that. And my question for everybody is, do y'all honestly believe that Michael B. Jordan is a better actor than Leonardo DiCaprio? It was a horror movie. When is the last time somebody won an Oscar for a horror movie with blood, guts, gore? They make it seem like the plot was so intense to where this man acted his eyes out. I don't want to go too in depth with the movie because I want to give this man his flowers and congratulate him. It's so good to see a brother winning. So without further ado, let's get into this because we got to get a clear understanding of how, when, what, where, why, and how he won this Oscar. Let's go.
I'll eat it. I know this has been a long night, but I just one thing here to.
Okay, man. You know, the money already been made. Let's get that point clear. The people at the Oscars done already made their money. They just there for the event. Who knows if Michael B. Jordan got paid what he was supposed to get paid? I know them other actors got paid right. I know they business dealings was right. But this right, it ain't sitting right with me. Hold on, shut up. Go ahead, play that.
All right, come on, stop. Hold on, hold the music, please. I do have something very important to say. And the nominees for lead actor are
Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon.
Wait a minute. Ethan Hawke played in the movie called Blue Moon and he was looking like an old geezer in the movie? Wait a minute.
Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon.
You tell her that.
Oh my God. He looked crazy.
Larry Hart is drunk with beauty. And italicized the word drunk.
Man, I bet he killed that role. I ain't seen the movie, but just looking at the cinematics of it all, him looking like that, and he was nominated, I bet he obliterated that role.
Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent.
Oh, that's the dude that played Pablo Escobar in Narcos. He killed. I was convinced that he was Pablo Escobar, man. A hell of an actor. That's versatile. He can flip it either way. And he lost. Hold on, wait a minute. Keep it going.
Não sou uma pessoa violenta. Mas esse cara, eu matava ele com um martelo.
He speak different languages and shit. Oh, okay, here it go.
Looking for freedom, you know, damn well, you was never gonna find until this.
Timothy Chalamet.
Hold on, wait. They didn't even show no good acting for him to be winning. Where the part where he killed the role at? Because he had some gold vampire teeth? Wait a minute.
Looking for freedom, you know, damn well, you was never gonna find until this.
Was he mumbling? What was that? Hold on, y'all. We gonna get into this. Don't worry. I'm trying to sort things out. I gotta make it make sense. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about it. And we just gonna get into this. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go.
You ever say you didn't care for a movie and suddenly you're public enemy number one? I said the movie Sinners was just meh, in my opinion, and was immediately accused of being racist. Racist. I didn't say I hated people. I said I hated a plot. What, now movie opinions come with a court summons? Look, Sinners is being hailed like it's the second coming of Citizen Kane, if Kane had fangs and a mixtape. But let's call it...
Oh, that was racist. I don't even want to hear nothing else he was talking about. Why he gotta have fangs and the mixtape? Come on, man. That wasn't right. I ain't rocking with homie. Whatever he talking about, I don't want to hear no more of it. But I need y'all to see this real quick. I hate to say it, but it wasn't nothing original about the Sinners movie. I mean, nothing at all was original about this movie. It was bad. The plot, it all came from this movie. Dusk Till Dawn. This is where Sinners come from. The cabin, the tavern, whatever you want to call it, the juke joint, whatever. This is where the movie came from. It was a total knockoff. Everything about it. And not only it knocked off a whole bunch of movies at the same time. What other movie? Y'all got to look at this real quick because, you know, hey, it is what it is. Let me just go ahead and type this in. I'm going to get out my feelings about it because it seems to me like the only reason why they gave him this award is because he had to deal with a lot of controversy, a whole lot of hate about the movie. A lot of people didn't like the movie. A lot of people thought it was terrible to plot. I ain't never seen that much cotton in my life. It was the scene in the movie where they was just passing rows and rows of cotton. It was ChatGPT cotton fields in the movie, or whatever the case is. Now, okay, let's do this. He even took stuff from the Gladiator movie. Remember? Okay, let me type this in real quick for the people that seen the movie so y'all can get an understanding of what I'm talking about. Yeah, this the part at the end of the Gladiator movie when he was about to die and he seen his wife and his daughter and he was going towards them. He was phasing in and out. And before he finally died, he killed the emperor or whatever. He was able to get that last hit off. Okay, now look at this. Hold on, wait. Look. No, I'm going to leave that right there. Y'all got to see this. Yeah. It was the same thing. He lost his chick. He seen himself before he died. He envisioned himself holding his baby with his old lady. He went to the afterlife, just like in the Gladiator movie. And when I was watching the movie, I'm like, do anybody else see what I'm seeing right now? But it happened, you know. I could pick a movie from every scene in the Sinners movie as a reference to where they got the idea from. It was a busted flick for the most part. Y'all let's do this. Take that back and let's go here. Listen at this.
Pillar 7, emotional payoff. There was no emotional payoff. Like, I sound like a straight hater, but like I'm being so serious. I wanted this movie to be good. I really wanted this movie to be good. Like, this movie was supposed to be on my birthday, yo, March 4th, but they moved it. But I'm telling you right now, I wanted this movie to be good. Back to what I'm saying, there was no emotional payoff at this movie. At the end of this movie, I was like, what the hell did I just watch? Pillar 7, emotional payoff. There was no emotional payoff.
Damn, there's people out there that kept it a buck when it came to the movie, but you know, you automatically gonna get looked at as a hater.
Another negative I can add on to Sinners outside of the ending, the ending is just a lapse of judgment, a lapse of understanding.
Right.
I have a problem with, I almost made a bad thing.
I have a problem with all this black culture. all,
Great stuff, guys.
all this black singers.
Listen,
What happened to the
it's
white?
a little different. It's the Asians.
What?
Okay?
Whoa.
So in this movie, there's an Asian couple and they have a daughter.
Right.
Right? And the guy ends up, for some reason, I don't know why he clicked to just go to the car. He goes outside after we just watched somebody die and the vampire leave. I don't think he must have just not
He
known.
didn't see the vampire.
Yeah. But he walked.
See, that's something else that I picked up on the movie is what the Asian couple, they did not make that make sense at all. They went to a urban neighborhood way back in the day, and it was an Asian couple running the groceries, the corner stores and stuff. Even way back then, in historical black neighborhoods, they had and they made them a focal point for the movie. And I understand you want to have diversity in the movie for it to get international acclaim. And I didn't have a problem with the Asian couple being in the movie, but I wish they would have made it make sense so we could understand what was the real purpose of having them in the movie. The whole plot. Okay, let's just get into this, because the more you talk about this, the more you give your personal opinion on subjects like this, the more you looked at as a hater. And that's the last thing I want to do. He won the Oscar. That is phenomenal. But y'all see what happened to people after they win that Oscar. The career don't rise after that. A lot of times they just can't get back. If this was his greatest effort, if you ask me, he should have won an Oscar for Killmonger. He should have won an Oscar for all of the Creed movies he did. Them was Oscar worthy. He played the hell out of the movie. I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but the movie and the plot. Okay, let's move on.
Until it is.
Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme.
It goes without saying, I'm in no position to settle down right now. Get that out of your mind. I will not settle down right now, okay?
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Uh-oh.
one battle after another.
Now you know he good for it. You know he's certified for the win. You seen him in action before. Remember the Basketball Diaries? When he was cracked out and he was fiending for another hit, he was prostituting his body. That shit was real. He was foaming out the mouth and everything in that movie. And now you got a seasoned Leonardo DiCaprio up for an Oscar. And matter of fact, let's just go. Come on.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. Damn it! Viva la revolution!
And the Oscar goes to Michael B. Jordan.
Let's get into it. What happened? What happened? Michael B. Jordan hit with N-word during the war speech. Joe asked for understanding. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get full into that. For the folks who tuned into the 2026 BAFTA Awards and thought they heard a racial slur being shouted while Michael B. Jordan was on stage, well, your ears were not deceiving you. And the show's host, Elon Cumming, is asking for understanding in the wake of it all. It turns out there is an explanation because the guy doing the shouting was John Davidson, whom Entertainment Weekly called a celebrated advocate for those living with Tourette syndrome. And they just so happen to have that what do you mean have understanding? There ain't no excuse. He was quiet when everybody else got up there. So he was thinking it. And since he got Tourette's, he ban him with Will Smith. He can't come back no more. Davidson also had Tourette syndrome, which causes tics and uncontrollable outbursts. Like, get him a period. That way we can be understanding. Davidson shouted the N-word while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo presented the award for Best Visual Effects to Avatar Fire and Ash. He also shouted, "Shut up!" during the introductory speech from BAFTA chair Sarah Put. Per Variety and Expletive U, he said, "My girl," when the director of the film, Arco, accepted their award. That's what they should have booted him out the first time he started talking crazy. They was all in the crowd wondering what he was gonna say when Michael B. Jordan got on stage, and they let that shit fly. "Hey everybody, I'm sexy ass Michael B. Jordan, and I just want to cut his speech short." I wonder if they got that on YouTube. But I'm cussing at this man like that. Jordan and Lindo did not appear to react to the slur that was yelled out. You may have noticed some strong language in the background come and said, "This can be part of how Tourette syndrome shows up for some people as the film explores the experience or whatever." Man, that's some old straight up bullshit, man. They felt like they had some making up to do. There you have it. Michael B. Jordan is the best actor alive today. And can't nobody touch him. Y'all want to know what's going to happen? Black cinema been on Tubi for a long ass time. It been a lot of Tubi movies in production. And you barely see anything make it to the box office. As a matter of fact, let me see this for myself before I get to rambling on. Movies. Let me see what's out there since we talking about movies tonight. Like, what's going on in the world of cinema? What they playing out there? What is people going to see? Project Hall, Hoppers, Reminders of Him, Ready or Not. I don't see no black movies. We waiting on the Scream movie to come out. That ain't gonna be no black movie. You got Go, the Pout Pout Fish, Wuthering Heights. All this stuff, I don't see not a black movie nowhere in the theaters. And it don't look like it's going to be one no time soon. And after this Oscar win, I doubt. But they could start pushing more movies since it, it did so well and it won the award. That would be good if they started pushing more movies. But what's the agenda behind pushing the movie? Let's dig into this a little bit so I can understand what's going on with this movie and everything. Hold on, get it together. This movie, because I be needing to know. All right, let's get into this real quick, y'all. This is going to be good. Sinners is a 2025 American film produced, written, and directed by Ryan Coogler, set in 1932 in the Mississippi Delta, with film stars Michael B. Jordan in dual roles as criminal identical brothers who return to their hometown in the Jim Crow South, where they are confronted by supernatural evil. It co-stars, so they took a slave flick or a old black movie that got to do with segregation and Jim Crow and all that, and turned it into a vampire flick, and cast Michael B. Jordan twice in the film. And it went off to win an Oscar, even though the fans out there, the real fans, the voices of the real people would like to say otherwise. Now, you got your people out there that just go along with anything. Smile when it's time to smile, laugh when it's time to laugh, and cry when it's time to cry. And that's absolutely fine. Who want to be a nuisance? Who want to be a Sean Blazerton outcast on YouTube speaking a different narrative? And I'm not trying to speak a different narrative. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of what's going on here. I seen the movie, y'all. I sat there. I ordered it on Prime. I watched it, the whole thing. And I wanted I ain't gonna front, I wanted my money back. I wanted it back after I seen the movie. I called the customer support. I hit up the health line. I did all that. I got in touch with the Amazon app. I was trying to see if there was a way, but they told me once you purchase something, once you view it, rather, then it's yours for life. So I still own it, but I haven't had the urge to see it again. Coogler began developing the film through his production company Proximity Media with Jordan cast in the lead role. The project was announced in January 2024, and after a bidding war, Warner Bros. Pictures acquired distribution rights the following month. Additional roles were cast in April. Principal photography took place from April to July 2024. Longtime Coogler collaborator Ludwig whatever composed the film score and served as an executive producer. Okay, cool. Let's get into the plot. In 1932, identical twins and World War I veteran Elijah Schmoke and Elis Stack Moore returned to Clarksdale, Mississippi after 7 years in Chicago working for the Chicago mob. Using money stolen from criminal syndicates, they purchased an abandoned sawmill from landlord. Y'all want to know what this movie was too? What was that movie? It was, hold on, well, I got it. It was on Netflix too. It had something to do with the piano. Hold on. What was it? No, it was was it the, hold on, look. The Piano Lesson. It was the same plot. The dude, he came back to his hometown with his boy. They was in Chicago. They came back talking about they was trying to sell some watermelons, but they really came back to get that piano and sell it because that was the most valuable thing in their family. He felt like he had some inheritance to the piano. In the Sinners movie, they came back from Chicago to get a juke joint or something like that to start it up, and they was doing the legal stuff. They didn't want to. Same damn movie, y'all. If you seen The Piano Lesson, you basically seen Sinners, but without the vampires in it. Hold on, let's get back to that plot. Okay, let's get into this. Using money stolen from criminal syndicates, they purchased an abandoned sawmill from landowner Hogwood to start a juke joint for the local black community. Their younger cousin Sammy, a singer and guitarist, joins them despite his pastor father warning about blues music being sinful. The twins recruit pianist Delta Slim as a performer, local Chinese shopkeeper couple Grace and Bo Chow as suppliers, field workers Cornbread as a bouncer, and Smoke's wife Annie as a cook. Annie believes her hoodoo practices kept the twins safe, but Smoke doubts them from failing to prevent their infant daughter's death or whatever. Stack runs into ex-girlfriend Mary, whom he abandoned to protect her from the white community. Elsewhere, Irish immigrant vampire Remick shelters, Choctaw vampires, whatever the case. Come on, it was too much going on in the movie. They got every misfit they could find to run a juke joint. They came back with a load of money. The first place they went to was to get that Chinese couple and Grace and Bo Chow to be the suppliers for everything they needed. They went straight to the China. How you come back from Chicago talking about you want to do something for the black community? You want to do a juke joint for the black folks in the community and ran to the Asian couple to be the suppliers. Like it was nobody else in town that could supply some whatever. But hey, that's Negro here, no there. One of them was married to a black wife. Michael B. Jordan felt like he had to keep it real with the sisters one way or another. And he took the big sister, hit it from the bike in the movie. And that's what lost me with the movie. When I seen that, that's when I knew he was doing too much. When he took that sister in that movie, turned her around. It wasn't even, he ain't even call, it was less than 5 seconds. When you first seen her on the screen, next thing you know, all you seen was her face down, ass up, Michael B. And the way he put in the work wasn't romantic at all. They was in the damn, in the horse shed when it went down. But the other chick in the movie, he treated her like gold. It was a real love story. The situation with the black woman in the movie was a tragedy. But everything that was happening with the other woman, it was just so romantic. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's been such a mighty long time. Hello, stranger, all that. It was romantic. Look at this. Now, don't get me wrong. The sister was all over the place in the movie. You know, she added a lot of screenplay to the movie. She filled out her role in the movie. She took up a lot of screen space, and I ain't minded not one bit. They did it, and she's a hell of an actress. I seen her on the movie. It was a couple of movies she played in. Did a phenomenal job. So when I seen her in the movie, I said, okay, they got a good actress in here because she gonna do her thing. But the way he did his thing with her in the movie was very distasteful. They could have, gave some innuendos or something or faded out to another scene, but nope, it was nasty. And he had to do her like that. And she a respectable actress, and he treated her like she was a $5 in the movie. But it wasn't no scene like that for the other actress though. Hold on, what was the girl name? They ain't do her like that in the movie though. They kept it classy. Everybody was kissing her ass in the movie. I seen it, man. Everybody in the juke joint, they was moving out the way. They treated her like she was an angel in the movie. And she was the main one that turned everything out. If she wasn't there, if she wasn't in the damn juke joint or whatever, they would have all survived or whatever the case is. Hey, that's just something to think about. And get this, y'all. At the very end of the movie, when it was all said and done, the vampire brother came back with her in 2025. Remember? At the very end, and I ain't trying to spoil it for nobody, but he made sure they stayed a thing through the whole movie. The black couple, the black brother with the black wife, they both died in the movie. And they died tragically. But these two, they survived all the way up into the damn 2000s. And still surviving as far as the plot go. Come on, Michael. But hey, he won an award for it or whatever. Dusk Till Dawn 2025. Look at this.
This is the first Oscar win and nomination for Michael B. Jordan.
Shit, Wakanda forever. Okay, man, get on the stage. Let's see what he talking about. Shout out to Michael B.
Man, God is good. God is good. And your mama, what's up? Y'all know how I feel about my mother and my father's here. Your pops, where you at? My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here. My brother, my sister's here. My family.
Damn, why they not sitting with his moms? His dad flew in from Ghana. He could be anywhere. He don't even know where his dad at. They just told him he was in the building. He made sure he got a ticket. They ain't riding together and nothing. His dad probably waiting outside, arguing with the bouncers, trying to figure out how to get in there.
Family, I want to thank Warner Brothers. I want to thank Mike and Pam for believing in this dream, this vision of Ryan Coogler, and betting on a culture and betting on original ideas and original artistry.
No, he didn't say original ideas and original artistry. Man, we done already talked about that. So this movie not gonna say that they got any references from nowhere. That's what I need to see. Are they speaking about references anywhere? Because if they're not, then somebody telling a lie. On the joint's opening night, Sammy, Delta Slim, and Pearline, a singer Sammy, is enamored with perform. Sammy's music is transcendent, unknowingly summoning spirits of performers. Now that was some BS in the damn movie too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. When they did the scenario, when the dude started singing the blues, next thing you know, Flavor Flav was dancing in the club with the clock around his neck. Then you had them boogieing with the bell bottoms and afros. Mind you, this is supposed to be a time flick. They had a disco scene. They had a rave. They had the rave kids doing the hula hoop with the lights and shit. They tried to make it seem like he was bending the generations and the eras and all that. And it was tight whack when you seen them break dancing and the DJ was scratching in the juke joint. And them D-boys was posted up on the wall with them girls bouncing their butts on them with that reggae music playing in 1932. They had dudes walking around with the dookie rope chains on while they was spinning on their back like Bebop and Rocksteady. That's when I was gripping the remote real tight. Man, look, okay, let's just get through this. Sammy's music is transcendent, unknowingly summoning spirits of performers, both past and future, to join the crowd. However, the performance also attracts Remick and his vampires, who offer money and music in exchange for entry. Smoke suspicious refuses. The twins realize that their patrons' reliance on company script makes the joint's profitability impossible, reasoning with Stack that outside income is necessary. Mary goes outside to talk to Remick, only to be turned by him. She then seduces and fatally bites Stack. A shock Smoke shoots Mary, but she is unaffected and escapes outside. Remick turns cornbread. So first he bit the chick. She went into the party acting like ain't nothing happened. Come here, baby. Get some of this, baby. Huh? Come on. You know you miss me, sugar. Oh, it's been a long time, baby. So he in the laundry room sweating with this chick. Next thing you know, she bite him on his neck. And Cornbread, he ain't nothing but a field hand. He got the worst of it. And when Cornbread started changing and turning, when he turned into a Negro vampire, that's when you knew the movie was about to get crazy. The vampires act right when the sheriff came around. As soon as the sheriff left, that's when they got back to biting each other on the neck. Still unable to enter the joint unless invited, Remick tries to negotiate by inviting the survivors to join him, saying that vampirism offers immortality and free. Now that was some BS too. While they in the juke joint scared, they outside singing and stuff, waiting for them. Why they ain't just stand there until the sun came up or whatever the case is? Now I need to see if there's any references. Okay, look. They got to keep it real. Influences. Coogler cited the films of Quentin Tarantino, Jordan Peele, and Christopher Nolan, who was given an on-screen special thanks credit. Francis Ford Coppola, he stole all from all their movies. Brian De Palma, because like I said earlier, The Dusk Till Dawn, that was a Quentin Tarantino movie. The Metallica song won as sources of inspiration. He stated that Robert Rodriguez was a filmmaker he idolized growing up and took inspiration from two of his films in particular when coming up with the idea for Sinners, From Dusk Till Dawn and The Faculty. Oh, now that make a whole lot of sense now. When you throw The Faculty in, that's exactly what the movie was. Hey, for the people out there that never seen The Faculty, I'm about to put y'all on. All you gotta do is pay attention, man. I got you. Let's get into this real quick. I know a lot of y'all seen it and a lot of y'all didn't, but for the people that did see it, y'all know what I'm talking about. It was a classic movie. They had Usher in the movie, y'all. They had a young Usher in the movie. That's how much of a classic it was. But I ain't gonna ruin the film for you, but it's basically Sinners. That's all it is, man. It was some aliens and things like that. It was mixed up. People was turning. And you know what? That's the same scene they had in Sinners when they was outside and they was all standing out there looking like vampires. The same thing in the Faculty movie. Oh my! And this was a much better movie, even though it's older. I actually want to see this again. Classic ass movie. I seen this more than once. I don't know how many times I've seen the Faculty, but I feel like watching it again. Most likely I'm gonna watch it this weekend because the movie is great. Classic stuff, man. A once in a lifetime. An original film. I'm pretty sure it took inspiration from other films as well, but for the most part, this movie right here, it's a classic. Look, hold on. Let's do this. Let's go back. What else he stole from, or what else he was inspired by. Coogler also cited an array of other films as influences, including Coen Brothers' No Country for Old Men, never seen that, Inside Llewyn Davis, and Fargo, as well as John Carpenter's The Thing. So it's easy to make a plot when you take it from 10, 15 movies. He also noted that the Disney Channel original The Luck of Irish was a major influence. What is that? A basketball flick? The plot with his lucky gold coin on his side. Didn't the dude in the movie have a lucky charm or something that his wife gave him and he was invincible? And she put the hoodoo on the charm and it kept him safe or whatever. With his lucky gold coin on his side, 15-year-old Kyle Johnson gets everything in life and is also the best basketball player on the team. Harris's day is approached, and every time Kyle asks where his family came from, his parents, Kate and Bob, change the subject. He finds out that his dad changed his name but doesn't know why. Hey, I ain't never seen it, but the plot sounded a little crazy. I might have to check that out too. Another key influence for the filmmaker was Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone from 1959 to 1964, with his favorite episode being The Last Rites of Jeff Myrtlebank. The biggest non-cinematic influence was Stephen King's Salem's Lot. Damn, homie. That's like them giving you the best rap album and you took songs from every hot rapper. You done remade a Nas song. You done remade a Jay-Z song. You done remade a DMX song. You done remade a Boosie song or all that. You done remade an Outkast song. Of course your album gonna be hot when you taking from everybody else's album. There was not one original thing in this movie. Not only have you seen it before, but you've seen it plenty of times. You've seen this story and this plot too many times. But somehow, some way, I don't know what's going on. But hey, he won the award. That's all that matters at the end of the day. If he's a winner, I'm happy he's winning. That's what it boils down to. That's what I could sum up everything I said so far. Since Michael B. Jordan is winning, I applaud him for winning. And I know he got humble beginnings. I know that I did a lot of research on Michael B. Jordan, a very respectable dude. There's no knock against him at all. His acting skills is phenomenal. His movies, the roles he played, very convincing. A very talented brother. I'm not saying that Michael B. Jordan is lame, but his acting skills is whack or nothing like that. Hands down, one of the best. And do he deserve an Oscar? I feel like he should have won an Oscar a long time ago for the roles that he played. So, and I'm glad that he got it this time around. I would have been mad if he wouldn't have got the Oscar, or if he would have had to go home with nothing. So I'm ecstatic that he won, but I can't say that me personally, I'm a big fan of the movie because in 2026, you figure there should be some evolution somewhere. It take for a 1936 flick mixed in with it. They hit you with the it's a pity package when you think about it. I'm pretty sure Hollywood didn't know how to deal with the film or how to come at the film because it's so touchy. It got slavery involved, Jim Crow, racism, discrimination, vampires. It's all over the place. Before you judge it harshly, you might as well just give it a 2 thumbs up to save your ass. Because it's a messy, sticky situation, and a lot of people wouldn't get on YouTube and do a live stream speaking about this. But I figure, what the hell? It really ain't nothing else to talk about like that. This man won an Oscar. At least I want to understand why he won it. Matter of fact, they said he was the best actor, right? That's why he won it for best actor. So if that's what they're going with, that's fine. It ain't like it was the best film or nothing. He won the award for being the best actor, so I can't be mad at that. Coogler spoke about the parallels drawn in the film between African Americans, the Irish, and the Choctaw, noting the historical intermingling of these cultures and its influence on their musical traditions. He cited Delta blues musician Charlie Patton, who Coogler says was likely part Choctaw, mentioned as the original owner of the guitar played by Sammy. Hey, I ain't mad about inclusion because America is all about inclusion. Armenian American film producer Sev whatever observes that the film is personal, rooted in Coogler's own heritage and cultural identity. He noted that Coogler drew heavily from his family history and musical passions. Okay, let's get into who this guy is. Because if Coogler is not African American and he making movies about Africa, Coogler also said that the character of Remy. Let's get into who this guy is. That's what I want to do. Who is Ryan Coogler? I thought that was the dude that throw his glasses when he tastes something. I thought that was him. Ryan Coogler, born May 23rd, 1986, an American filmmaker. His accolades include an Academy Award, a British Academy Film Award, Grammy Award, Golden Globe, and 4 Real Awards. So this brother is accomplished. Shout out to him. And keep doing your thing, man. Keep on pushing forward with everything you got going on. He in the film industry. He had Tyler Perry in his own right. I want to see him keep on pushing. His personal life, Coogler has worked since age 21 as a counselor with incarcerated youth at San Francisco's Juvenile Hall, following in the footsteps of his father, who has long shared the same occupation. Super dope. Coogler is also a founding member and supporter of the Blackout for Human Rights campaign, which is committed to addressing racial and inhumane rights violations happening throughout the United States. Also super dope. Coogler married Zinzi Evans, with whom he has 3 children. Hold on. We got to get this right. Y'all stay tuned. I ain't trying to be in this business, but y'all got to get to know these people y'all be supporting. So this is wifey. This the woman he chose. Shout out. They make a beautiful couple. They look good for each other. He did all right. I like this guy. And if I would have known this stuff about him before I started with this movie review, I wouldn't have been so harsh about the thing. He did good. They about to have a baby and everything. They got 3 kids already. Shout out to him. Keep on winning, bro. I ain't mad at it. One film ain't nothing. He got more coming. We waiting to see what the next film gonna be. And if he took inspirations from other people's movies, that's fine. Because ain't nothing new under the sun. He decided that he wanted to do his own little spin on it. And that's what he did. Put Michael B. Jordan on it. Bam. Next thing you know, it went into full production. He didn't Dr. Umar Johnson this situation. He didn't say the movie was coming out or y'all need to donate for the movie or we waiting on the GoFundMe so people. No, they popped it and made it happen. Came out, and as far as black films go, that's the only one that actually made it to the theaters. What other black film was out during the time? Or who else pulled their resources together to put out a legit black film that actually went to theaters? That's a hard feat to pull off when you really think about it in today's climate, to where You get some black filmmakers. Okay, this is what we gonna do. This is what I want to see real quick. It's only gonna take a second, so stay tuned. Cause I need to see this for myself. What the hell happened with this? Look. Put some music on, put some music on. Let's do this. Yeah, what the fuck happened? What happened with it? Look. Spike Lee's highest to lowest rages against the new, but leaves him looking too old. No, they didn't have Denzel with a finger wave macking on the bitch at the park. They said Denzel was rapping in the movie. Him and A$AP Rocky had a freestyle back and forth, and Denzel killed him with them training day bars. So he was in the movie. Look at his finger. Look at his waves. They gave him the Beijing Supreme and put a chain around his neck and put him in the movie. The filmmakers, drama rails against AI, online media, and new hip hop, but can't find much new to say. So it was whack. The movie was butt. I don't even know if it went to theaters. They put A$AP Rocky in it as A$AP Rocky, and it was pretty bad. They not speaking on if the movie did well or if the let me double check this real quick. Did the movie do well? What they do with it? Did anybody see it? I don't know nobody that's. Where can you find it? I get on Netflix, I get on Prime, I get on Hulu, I get on Peacock. I ain't seen this movie nowhere. Where is it? Is it even out for purchase? Did it make it to Tubi yet? I don't know. We don't know, man. This is just, black cinema has gone all the way downhill as far as mainstream movies go. But we got a W with this Michael B. Jordan movie.
And you're an amazing, amazing person. I'm so honored to call you a collaborator and a friend. And you gave me the opportunity and space for me to be seen.
He throwing up them devil horns. Hold on, wait a minute.
Opportunity and space for me to be seen.
He throwing up them devil horns like, yeah, that's right, baby. Keep it a G, keep it a G. That's what we do. He got them devil horns up there hard. Whoever put him down with the set, he going hard with it, man. There's no telling what type of dealings they got going on in the movie world for it to get to this point. Now, what's the plot? What's the real theory and the real theme behind all of this? What is the motivation? Because we got a lot of tendonism going on, and it's seeming like that's what we're going to be left with. Basketball is dead. Sports, all that stuff is done. Football, if you planning on that, it might not be a football career left in a couple of years. It's all about that tendonism. If your macaroni and cheese not hitting, you might not have a future in America. Real talk. You got to make sure the meat fall off the bone if you really want to be somebody. This is where we at with the film industry. Not only do you got to do a slave movie, but you got to throw some evil on top of it. And that's rare. What they going to do? Start making demonic gospel movies? It's probably already in the works. They're going to have a church possession that get way out of control in the 1950s. I'm pretty sure they already working on it, because when movies win Oscars, that's what creates the standard. So since this is the standard, what do we expect coming out of black cinema next? Deranged slave movies. That's what's going on. They gonna have to figure out how to take Bojangles and turn him into Dracula. They gonna bring back Blackula. And they need to get Mr. Tendonism to play it. Either that or Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but if this movie was scientifical, if the plot was deep, if it was mind bending and mind altering, if it was something that was really groundbreaking, the modern climate, I don't think people would have been able to embrace it because people get off on 60-second shorts. Why put all that thought, all that charisma, all that heart into a 2-hour movie when all people can do is appreciate a 1-minute clip? So they figure, hell, let's just regurgitate some stuff that's already out there. I'm pretty sure they said that they're not going to waste their brain power on the public. They could have, believe you me, they could have came up with a hell of a storyline, a hell of a plot, something you ain't never seen before. But the worst thing about that is to put in all that work and be met with bad reviews. I'm under the impression that they intentionally made this movie lackluster. They intentionally made it to where anybody that can blink can keep up with the storyline. And for that intellectual may have caught that didn't make sense, what about all the non-intellectuals and it just flew over their head? The crack babies and the meth babies and stuff. Because that's what we dealing with in today's society. People was been popping pills for the past, I don't know how long. I don't give a damn if you 30, 40 years old, you still a drug baby. And you might not be able to comprehend none of this stuff. People was waiting for the blood. I can imagine when I watch a movie, I'm thinking about the script. I'm thinking about the writing. I'm thinking about the lighting. I'm thinking about the effects. I'm thinking about the story. That's what I get off on when I watch movies. It's all about that storyline. If something is well written, that's it. I seen movies that were so well written that the movie took place in one room. What was the name of that movie? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Put some music on. Oh my God. What was the name of that movie? Let me see if I got it right. Oh no, I didn't get it right. It was a movie where the dude was in the interrogation room for the whole damn movie, and it had you on the edge of your seat just based off of the dialogue that they was having. No special effects. It wasn't no murder. It wasn't no blood. It wasn't no guts. It wasn't nothing. Oh, let me try this again. There it go. This movie, this one right here, y'all. If you ever seen this, you know what I'm talking about. It was the most well-written movie that I've seen. A movie called Nefarious is Making Waves Spiritually. Dude, you gotta check it out. I don't know who put this together, but it's a masterpiece. Check it out. I think it's on Prime or whatever the case. Y'all need to get over there and see that. But the point I'm trying to make is they had to, okay, look. This was going on. And hear me out on this. Okay? No, go back. No. Okay, hear me out on this. Sinners 2025 has received mixed feedback, with critics and viewers polarized by its genre-bending, high-stakes approach, while praised for its visuals and performance. Many critics argue the film is overly ambitious, messy, and plagued by a convoluted, nonsensical, or corny ending, leading some to call it overrated or frustrating to watch. So people was annoyed when they was watching this movie. Common criticism of Sinners: messy plot and genre shifting. The film attempts to blend 1930s gangster drama with musical elements, race-focused narratives, and vampire horror, often feeling unfocused or uneven in tone. Yes! It was like going to a birthday party only to realize that It was a Mexican birthday party and an Irish birthday party all in one. And to top that off, it had vampires and Negro spirituals. That's how I felt. You watching the movie, waiting for them to iron it out. Because you see the madness in the beginning of the movie, but you say, okay, some movies start off rough, but I know they're going to iron this out because they ain't even get to the vampires yet. But on the way to you waiting for them to iron things out, it's just accumulating more wrinkles. Disappointing ending. Several viewers found the final act to be rushed, illogical, and over the top, with some scenes described as excessively dramatic or anticlimactic. Yes. It was hey, he won an award, that's all that matters. Pacing issues. While the beginning is considered well-paced, the middle and final act are described as either dragging or abruptly rushed, causing some audience fatigue. Confusing elements. The decision to have one actor play twins was noted as confusing by some, and the narrative frequently switches gears, abandoning early plot points. The characters he was playing was the same people. The only difference was one wore a blue hat and the other one, I think, wore a gray hat. Now, on the spiritual level, if you want to get into that, the duality of things, you know, everybody got a dual nature. It seemed like it was a drama taking place within Michael B. Jordan, something that he dealt with in his personal life as far as his preferences. He wanted to be down with the people. He wanted to do for the people, but he got his, you know, I ain't going to get into all of that, but it seemed like they personalized his character to get him into the best role possible. And sometimes that's what you have to do with movies and actors and stuff. In order for them to play a good role, it have to be personalized. So seeing how he had that light thing on one arm, but then it seemed like they was forcing him to show affection to the other one. That, you know, it could be a dynamic. Maybe or maybe not. Overhyped, pretentious, despite the high production value and strong acting, some viewers felt the film did not live up to the hype, finding it pretentious, artsy-fartsy, or lacking, according to YouTube reviews such as this one and all that. So people said a lot of things. Mixed opinions on performance and directing. Sinners received 16 Oscar nominations, including for Best Picture. That's like, matter of fact, I'll show y'all what that's like. Y'all bear with me. Let me get this together. Get it together, bro. No, get the other one. No, yeah. Leave that on. Let me show y'all what's happening so we can get an understanding. Okay, this is what it is. Yeah, Bam scored 83 points and beat out Kobe. He beat Kobe's record. He's the second all-time scorer in the game in the NBA. Congratulations to him. But look who he was playing up against the Wizards. That's like playing 2K on easy with all the sliders up. He scored 83 points against the wackest team in the NBA. In the modern day NBA, which is no competition whatsoever. It is not a sport. It's not a competition. It's a scrimmage. They bigging him up like he made history. He the GOAT. He the best. He's an average player playing in a whack league. If anybody wanted to go off and hit them many points against the Wizards, but why even try it? The Wizards were so trash to where Bam Adebayo wound up getting 83 points. That should be an embarrassment to the whole entire NBA. And he ain't no damn Kobe. We know that, but they trying to paint the picture like if Kobe was still in his prime, Bam will give him that work. And the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, the Sinners movie won the Oscar, but what other movie was out there that it was competing against? It wasn't no other films, no black films, it wasn't nothing that you want to see. When it was time to go to the movies, and people had to decide what they was gonna go see. Of course, you gonna want to see the Michael B. Jordan movie, and that's for people of all nationalities. I'm pretty sure it was couples of all. Now I know it was a lot of men of other nationalities that did not take their girl to the movie to see Sinners because you never know if Michael B. Jordan gonna take his shirt off or whatever. It's a lot. I'll be goddamned if I watch a Michael B. Jordan movie with my lady. That nigga, he get to taking off his man. That you put on that Michael B. Jordan movie with your girl, and he get to flexing no muscles and all that. It's gonna be a horrible night. She not gonna blink, and then you gonna be in your. Just don't do it. But for the people that did, go see the movie. Matter of fact, I take that back. I will watch the movie with my lady, but after we watch that, we gonna watch something I want to see. It's a couple of actresses. She could have her turn. If you want to see Michael B. Jordan, okay. But once we get done with that, we watching Cherokee Diaz. Or something similar. You know, hey fellas, that's how you got to do it with your lady. Let her have her fun. Let her have her eye candy. Don't deprive her of anything. When it's time to get her herns, give her herns. But when it's time to get yours, go all out. Matter of fact, I ain't even going to show y'all the actress that I noticed lately. So we just going to keep on moving with this. Did we talk about this? Okay, look. Common criticism of Sinners. Messy plot and genre shifting. The film attempts to blend 1930s gangsters drama with musicals and all that type of shit. I think we read all this stuff already. It said it was artsy fartsy and all that stuff. It won 16 Oscar nominations, including for Best Picture and Direction and all that. The cinematography and performances, particularly Michael B. Jordan, were often cited as highlights, even by those who disliked the overall story. Say, yeah, it's always good to see Michael B. Jordan in the film because you know that brother's solid and he ain't gonna fuck up his lines. His delivery, he's a good actor. I ain't never gonna do that. I always liked his films. Sinners was viewed as an interesting, little divisive attempt at a unique genre film, often praised for its ambition, and but ultimately criticized for not delivering a cohesive experience. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's the fan base that these people have to be mindful of. It's the fan base that people, they're not trying to give all their energy into. They got to keep in mind that these are TikTok babies and Instagram children, regardless of how old they are. People raised up on the internet. So when it's time for dialogues and debate and common sense, you might want to leave that out of a movie. Okay, let's do this real quick for the people watching. If you had to make a movie in this modern climate, you would probably make a movie about the tendenism or something similar because you know that's what's going to go. It's going to be people making movies about food trucks and food truck owners because people are more interested in that than anything that goes a little bit deeper than that. And I'm not saying all people, but the climate we in, it's a little strange. Why people don't like the movie Sinners? The quality dropped, the pacing sped up too much, and characters that had been developed early on were suddenly just background noise. It honestly felt like a different movie by the time it ended, and not in a good way. It's frustrating because the film had the potential to be great. It wasn't a flop. Sinners is a box office hit because Warner Brothers made it an event. When Coogler originally came up with the idea for Sinners, he was thinking very low budget. Thank you. That's the whole point I was trying to make. Thank you. I am not a hater, y'all. I am not a hater. I promise you I ain't no hater. That's the last thing I am. I just seen it for what it is. He was thinking low budget. He was thinking Tubi. He was thinking Hood Affair. He was thinking about casting Boosie as one of the vampires. When he came up with the movie, he wasn't thinking about no mainstream movie. But you know, shout out to my people. The black community is what made this movie. The support that people showed for the movie. People went out there. I remember people was going to see the movie after church. It was packed. The church vans was showing up to the movie theaters. Everybody and their mama had to go see out of love and support for Michael B. Jordan. When it comes to actors, he is the people's choice. Don't get it twisted. Michael B. Jordan is Black America's choice, and it's been that way ever since he did that Killmonger, if you ask me. Look, put that music on. Come on. Yo, I want to thank all y'all for watching. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button too. And without further ado, we're about to get into this. Look at this. Okay, this was it right here. This is when when he showed out, and when he carried this whole movie. Rest in peace, the Chadwick Boseman and everything. He did a hell of a job as the Black Panther, but if it wasn't for Killmonger, the movie would have been doo-doo. He brought the whole film to life. He's what kept you interested, and I feel like they should have let him be the king of Wakanda land. Because T'Challa, he was a sellout, and him and his daddy was some sellouts. It was Killmonger that was trying to do something for the people, and this left a imprint on people's brains when it comes to Michael B. Jordan. He like a freedom fighter or something like that. People look at him like he Malcolm X. He's very legendary. When it's all said and done, he gonna be, man, this dude is the truth. With acting, everything about him, he phenomenal. You can't deny him that. But that movie, the plot and everything, they did him dirty. But he still wound up winning the Oscar, even though when Coogler originally came up with the idea for the movie, he was thinking some very low budget, some Tubi shit. He would have been happy if it would have made it to BET Plus. But Warner Brothers had other plans. So what was those other plans? They probably sometimes they set the bar. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a prime example of what I'm talking about to further prove that I'm not a hater. That's not what I'm trying to do. I need y'all to understand this so y'all will quit falling for these booby traps. Put the music on. Y'all going to see what I'm talking about today. Or tonight, rather. Okay, let's do this first. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Y'all listening? Okay, please do. Ethan Hawke, world-renowned, talented actor, one of the best. He was toe-to-toe with Denzel in Training Day. Officer Hoyt. He smoked the PCP. He went through the projects with the homies. He wound up escaping the essays. Came back to the block and shot Denzel square in his ass and got away with the money. We talking about Daddy. Officer Hoyt is still in cinema. They got him playing some other types. Man, this dude is phenomenal with his acting skills. You can't deny him that. This guy, Pablo Escobar, Black Jesus or Latin Jesus, icon in cinema. Wanger Mora, he like the Latin Joaquin Phoenix. And then, hold on, wait. You got the GOAT. Motherfucking Titanic, The Departed. Man, the list goes on with this guy. I think, well, until Michael B. Jordan won the Oscar, I thought he was the best of them all. We talking about A-list. And here we go with Michael B. Jordan. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make. Y'all got to feel me on this. Basquiat couldn't draw to save his life. He couldn't draw a straight line. Basquiat was trash with, and rest in peace to him, but he was trash with that pen and paper, man. It was chicken scratch. Your 3-year-old child could put together some better artwork than Basquiat. But they put him on a pedestal for a reason. They made him into what he is for a reason. They knew he couldn't touch no Andy Warhol when it come to art. Andy Warhol could paint and draw circles around Basquiat, but they had some weird going on. And this is just so happens to be Jay-Z's idol or whatever. Basquiat was able to get in position because he knew how to charm the right people. He got into the right circle. But by making Basquiat the greatest artist, selling his artwork for millions of dollars, a real artist couldn't compete. A real artist wouldn't even know where to start. You got artists out there that can paint better than Michelangelo. I'm talking about black artists. But how you gonna get ahead of the game with your prestige art, with your top of the line quality photorealism, when you gotta go up against Basquiat and his chicken scratch? While his pictures are selling for 30, 40, $100 million, your Picasso ain't gonna sell for $30 because it don't look like that. So when it comes to the movie Sinners, at its quality level that was formed on a low budget mentality, it went to the, let's get into this real quick. It's going to be hard for somebody to really do something when this is the standard. If you ain't willing to play a slave, you might as well forget about it. Sinners is a box office hit because Warner Brothers made it an event. When Coogler originally came up with the idea for Sinners, he was thinking very low budget. He said, I thought we were going to shoot it on a Super 16 Coogler told Business Insider. Now I need to see what that is, because it's probably an old Polaroid camera he thought they was going to film it on. I thought it was going to be a down and dirty movie. He was willing to do it in a week and have Silk the Shock on the soundtrack. That's what he was planning on doing. He wanted Master P to make him say, for the premiere. That all changed when the director took a trip to Mississippi where the movie would be set and realized it had to be epic and mythic. Then Warner Brothers put the cherry on top. They gave him a bale of cotton to make a prop for them fields back in the day. I wish I could find the scene where they was riding through them cotton fields. Boy, it looked like something out the Boondocks. Ugh. That cotton looked like they got it from the Dollar Tree. Oh my God. They was just riding. It was a green screen. They was just riding in the damn cotton. And he was black. He was sweat. He was riding in the cotton on the way back. And when they was going up, they was riding past that. Where the fuck was they at? Where it had that much cotton in it. Well, I mean, they was in Mississippi, but god damn. They was sweating, looking like they was about to get a whipping in that car with the green screen cotton floating all over the place. I couldn't believe it. So this is them filming the scene. And he telling them to make sure y'all look like some strong Negroes. And that ain't a hard job for these fellas. He said he wanted to shoot that. Look at that old ass equipment, man. Like they stole that from a movie theater. Let me see what he was talking about with that other film he was planning on using. Get that out of here. Because he said he was going to use some cheap shit. What is a super... I need to see this. Copy that. Okay, we're going to go back here with it. Y'all listening? Y'all watching? Okay, look. And I hope y'all enjoying yourselves out there. And if you haven't seen the movie Sinners, I want y'all to go see the movie because it's you know, it won an Oscar. So this is the Super 16 millimeter film camera he was talking about. This some stuff that them college kids be using. Almost gone, but not quite forgotten. It's so old. They about to move on with this thing. It's old tech. He was planning on filming the whole movie with this right here. old rusty pieces of equipment. He was gonna go to some high school and borrow their camera, do the movie, and bring it back. But when he got to Mississippi, he changed his mind about all that stuff. Okay, where was we at? Oh, the cotton. Oh my God, look at that. It ain't even real. And then they put some people out on the fields to pick the cotton. Look how it's miles and miles. Ain't that much damn cotton. That's what made me mad. I was blinded when I seen this in the movie. 2026. They had her out there in modern clothes picking cotton. They ought to be ashamed of it. I'm going to keep it moving, but the shit they was doing in this movie, I'm trying to tell you. He played himself twice. The only thing different was the hats. They ain't put no makeup. They ain't do the Eddie Murphy and put him in a fat suit or nothing. All they did was make him wear a different hat. It wasn't no accent changes, no, he ain't have to change his demeanor or nothing. It was him and him. Lord have mercy. I wouldn't have did if that director would have told me to pick some cotton for that movie, I ain't gonna be able to do it, bro. Y'all doing too much. They had Rod Wave out there rapping on the cotton field. Man, get this out of here, man. They had Rod Wave in the cotton field. They let him push the whip while he was spitting his bars. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I know they didn't do this madness. I gotta see this. This the Rod Wave video. He came out there while they was filming so he could borrow the whip, the same whip they was driving. He pushed that through the cotton fields. I know. Hold on. Wait. What is this? Homie ride. They got the dude that played Bobby Brown in the backseat riding with the sage. He know that energy bad. He know the movie eerie and all this shit. He had to burn some sage up in there. Ain't no telling what witchery they was doing in order to get this movie. He let her drive while he spit the 16s sitting in the back of the... Oh, God. They probably still got that shit on waiting for Michael B. Jordan to come back. And when we doing part 2, man, they probably scared to take that off because they might miss their next role. They made it cool to go back in that time or whatever. They... He playing checkers with Fred in his music video. That old man gave him some work. What up? Yeah, man, we out here on the cotton field. Come shoot the video, bro. We got the whip, we got the cotton, we got everything you need for a bomb-ass video player. Yo, shout out to Rod Wave. I can only imagine what they saying in the comment section. Somebody said, back here after Michael B. Jordan won his first Academy Award from the movie Sinners, like just now he won. So this person doubled back to the Rod Wave music video. Happy Black History Month. Oh my God, man, I'm over it. I am over it. What is going on? Call me a hater. I don't give a damn. This shit pathetic. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Hold on, man. It's 40. Hold on, wait a minute. It's 40 people watching. I'm over here bleeding my eyes out with this stuff. About to show some love to the people. 40 people watching, only 2 people hit the like button. God bless my life. Let me see what y'all talking about real quick. Brandy Cartier is in the building. What it do, baby? Your wake-up call is kicking it. Hey, let me know if I'm thinking too much into this. Let me know if I, looking too deep into this stuff. But one thing for sure, Michael B. Jordan is the best actor alive today. And ain't nothing you can do to take that back. I can't think of no other actor out there that's fooling with this man. He deserved the Oscar. I'm so glad he won it. But moving forward, I wanna touch on the culture, the state of black culture in 2026. My question is there still a culture as far as Black America? And if so, is this movie leading the charge in the culture as far as entertainment goes? Is there a culture outside of entertainment? That's what I also would like to know. Because, the black experience, I don't know what to say about it in 2026. Now, what's the highlight? That's what I want to get around to. Because people had reasons to say, I'm black and I'm proud and all that stuff. But now it's like, where is the pride aspect? What is the pride aspect of it all? Because Black History Month come and go and don't nobody say a damn thing about it. This past Black History Month, I ain't see no nothing. It was a lot of old people trying to keep the spirit alive, but that didn't pan out so well. So from what I'm seeing on the board, before I leave, I'm going to do a little bit of investigation to get a better understanding of what's happening in the modern climate, to have a better understanding of what this black experience is all about. We got Sinners in the movie, and they just did it big. That's something to be proud of, I guess. A vampire movie. That's what we got going right now. And besides that, all I could think of is, look, this dude, he the face of the franchise. He hotter than Gucci Mane in 2014. He the hottest hot boy we got. He bigger than Boosie right now. It's him and Boosie. That's what we working with as a culture. Ribs and tendernism. That's where we at. And I'm not gonna leave this video on this note. I'm about to try to figure it out so I can sleep well tonight. Maybe they can, I could find it of somewhere of what's going on with the black culture and what's happening with my people. I'm looking, but let me see. Maybe they can help me understand something here. How Black America refused to be dimmed in 2025 and why will be even better in 2026. Okay, that's hopeful. They got a picture of Michael Jackson and Serena Williams up there. The charge for black people in 2026 is to continue developing and enduring legacies of brilliance. Happy New Year. What a year 2025 was. It was a year that was worse for black people than 2020, and that is saying a lot. However, despite the setbacks in 2025, 2025 threw at black people, African Americans have remained strong in the face of adversity. The truth is, regardless of hardship, black people will continue choosing to be black every time because a legacy of brilliance cannot be easily dimmed. In 2026, black folks' assignment is to keep this legacy strong, continue moving forward with culture, and fight for what is right with Serena Williams and motherfucking Michael Jackson. If they was fighting for black culture, they ain't put on their gloves. Well, he had a glove, but it was a white glove. And whatever she got going on, I doubt if she's pushing for black anything. These are some terrible examples. How they gonna use Serena Williams and Michael Jackson talking about pushing the culture forward when this man had a whole nother family just so he wouldn't leave a dime to his black family? How long was he plotting that? He had to have so much resentment towards his family to where he said, God damn it, I would rather leave my money and my estate to anybody that I gotta have me some kids. Look, his daughter, this who he left the estate to. Now you can't say that's not his biological daughter. I ain't caring what y'all talking about, cause she looked dead on Michael Jackson. If she don't look like MJ, I don't know who do. She throwing up her devil horns and stuff too. But yeah, that man Michael Jackson, the last thing he was trying to do was continue the black experience. He ended the black experience for him in 1990. He said enough is enough. He pulled the plug on his black experience. He just couldn't take it no more. And so did she. Terrible examples. Black Americans built America. Black Americans fought to make the country better. We talking about modern times. So what? Obama ate some chicken wings with Reverend Al Sharpton. Sharpton looking like, oh, he ain't know Obama was a real one like that. Until he showed out with them chicken wings, with them greens, had that Sylvia's hot sauce with 2 pieces of cornbread. Boy, this ain't nothing but PR. That's all this was. This was PR to get them votes. And when people seen him with the lemon, the iced tea mixed with the lemonade, he got the vote. The way he clenched them bones, whatever. Some of the biggest stars are Black Americans. Shit. Highlighting Black culture on the global stage. A booty model. Sports icons. Okay, this is what we working with, y'all. We got motherfucking tendon. Like I said, we got tendonism. That's on deck. We got bleach. That's on deck. Wigs and bleach. That's on deck. Okay, high paid sellouts. That's the representation. That's the state of the culture. And then they they didn't put this shit. Oh, I'm about to go. No, they ain't put that on there, man. I'm out. I ain't doing this no more, man. I'm gone. I cannot. Did they really put this on the list? I'm going down to the DMV and see if I can make some changes in the morning, man. I ain't decided yet. Maybe Blasian ain't got a bad ring to it. I'm gonna ask the person at the desk, what do they recommend? What's gonna help me get a leg up in this month? Because this ain't it, man. Business time. They got the Red Lobster, more tendonism. They selling them shrimps. They see they put a black face on the lobster, tendonism. This is reversed what they doing at the Destination Smokehouse thing. Continuing to fight for better treatment. Creating spaces for Black beauty. The fuck? Uplifting Black communities in Atlanta. Come on, man. Preserving in politics. Rising awareness through creativity. Sparking conversations on. So they threw Kai Cenat on. Oh, Lord have mercy. This what we doing? So that's what it means to be Black in 2026. Fighting for everyone. Food, homeless food shelters and stuff. Oh, God. Hey, it is what it is. I tried, man. I really did. I tried. I try every time I get online. It's sort of like, the more I try, the least appreciated I am. So what I'm supposed to do? I think I need to give it up and let it go. It ain't, what time is it? I've been over here. I ain't get an understanding of a damn thing tonight. And I promise you, I was hoping to leave here with some clarity, but Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan is from Newark, which wants him back. They ain't want him when he was there. They wasn't showing him no love when he was that goofy, corny kid that couldn't get a date. Now that he the man, they want him to come back. Hey, Michael, you the man, bro. And that's all I got to say about it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Pretty please, let me know what y'all think about all of this. It is what it is, man. Y'all be good out there. Let me show some love to my people before I go. Let me see what y'all talking about before I hit the door. Think I might come back and talk about Brorilla and what she got going on. Y'all know she about to go broke. Brorilla ain't about to have no more dough. She tricking off on all these women's. It's a bad look. Yo, y'all be good out there, man. Yo, I'ma holler at y'all later, baby.